The procedure of dividing the data into equal parts is called partitioning. Values dividing the data into a required number of equal parts are called partition values. Arithmetic mean, median, and mode are the most common values. They are called measures of central tendency. Median is the value of the middlemost observation in the data when the observations are arranged in increasing or decreasing order of values. Median is a special type of partition value because there are equal number of observations above as well as below it. Like median, quartiles, deciles, and percentiles are also partition values since they divide the given set of observations into equal number of parts. In general, they are referred to as fractiles. Partition values form a part of descriptive statistics. Need for partition values. The data consists of extreme values on the lower side and also on the higher side in magnitude. Such values are known as outliers. The average used for such data often misinterprets its representative value. To overcome this misinterpretation, generally partition values like median, quartiles, deciles, and percentiles are used. In this session, we will discuss about quartiles. Quartiles are values of data which divide the whole set of observations into four equal parts. There are three quartiles which divide the data into four equal parts. They are known as Q1, Q2, and Q3 respectively. Second quartile Q2 is nothing but the median. To find out quartiles, generally the data is arranged in ascending order. Quartiles formula. In general, for individual and ungrouped data, we get the formula for Q1, Q2 and Q3 as given below. So here we can see Qi is equal to size of I multiplied by in brackets n plus 1 by 4. Here I could be 1, 2 or 3. So Q1 is lower quartile, Q2 is median and Q3 is upper quartile. Another formula for them could be Q1 is equal to 1 by 4 multiplied by n plus 1 in bracket. Q3 is equal to 3 by 4 multiplied by n plus 1 in brackets. Let's see some examples of how to calculate quartiles. Question 1. Calculate Q1 and Q3 of the first semester examination marks scored by the students as given. 40, 85, 84, 83, 82, 69, 68, 65, 64, 55, 45. So to find Q1 and Q3, we will first arrange the series of data in ascending order. Total number of observations n here is equal to 11. To calculate Q1, we will apply the formula discussed previously. For Q1, I is equal to 1. So we will apply n plus 1 divided by 4. N here is equal to 11. So Q1 is equal to 11 plus 1 by 4. This gives us the third observation. And in the data series, the third observation is 55. So Q1 is equal to 55. In the same way, we will find the position of Q3. Q3 is ninth observation. So in the data series, ninth observation is 83. Hence, the values of Q1 and Q3 are 55 and 83 respectively. So quickly note that quartiles divide a data set into four groups. The formula to calculate Q1, Q2 and Q3 are Q1 is equal to 1 by 4 multiplied by n plus 1 in brackets. Q2 is the median. Q3, which is upper quartile, equals to 3 by 4 multiplied by n plus 1 in brackets. Interquartile range. The interquartile range gives a measure of how spread out or consistent the data is. The interquartile range, that is also called IQR, avoids using extreme data by finding the difference between the lower and upper quartiles. So IQR is equal to Q3 minus Q1. The interquartile range can be a useful comparison tool. If one set of data has a smaller IQR than another set, then the first set is more consistent and less spread out. Now let's see another example. For each of the following sets of data, calculate the median, upper and lower quartiles. Also, in each case, calculate the interquartile range. Dataset A and dataset B. Let's first solve the dataset A. First, sort the data into ascending order. There is an even number of items, that is 12. So, for the median, you find the value of the middle pair, the first of which is in position 12 by 2 is equal to 6. So, the median is 10 plus 11 by 2 is equal to 10.5. There are 12 items, so for the quartiles you calculate the positions. Q1 is equal to 1 by 4 multiplied by 12 plus 1 in brackets is equal to 3.25, and Q3 is equal to 3 by 4 multiplied by 12 plus 1 in brackets is equal to 9.75. Notice that these are not whole numbers, so the lower quartile will be the mean of the third and fourth values, and the upper quartile will be the mean of the ninth and the 10th values. After calculating in this way, we find Q1 is equal to 7 and Q3 is equal to 12.5. Thus, interquartile range IQR is equal to 12.5 minus 7 is equal to 5.5. Dataset B. Write the data in ascending order. The number of data is odd, so the median will be in position 7 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 4. The median is 14. There are 7 items, so Q1 is equal to 1 by 4 multiplied by 7 plus 1 in brackets is equal to 2, and Q3 is equal to 3 by 4 multiplied by 7 plus 1 in brackets is equal to 6. These are whole numbers, so the lower quartile is in the position 2 and the upper quartile is in the position 6. So Q1 is equal to 9 and Q3 is equal to 15. Interquartile range is equal to 15 minus 9 is equal to 6. Let's have a look on one analytical question on quartiles. Two companies sell sunflower seeds. Over the period of a year, seeds from company A produce flowers with a median height of 98 cm and IQR of 13 cm. In the same year, seeds from company B produce flowers with a median height of 95 cm and IQR of 4 cm. Which seeds would you buy if you wanted to enter a competition for growing the tallest sunflower, and why? After analyzing the data, the answer is I would buy seeds from company B. Although sunflowers from company A seems taller, they are less consistent. So whilst there is a chance of a very big sunflower, there is also a good chance of a small sunflower. Sunflowers from company B are a bit shorter, but they are more consistent in their heights, so you are more likely to get flowers around the height of 95 cm.